I struggle with the loss of my mama every day. I tell y'all every chance I get because it helps me feel good to be outwardly emotional about my trauma. Some of y'all are here because I'm helping to heal you. But in so many ways, you all are helping to heal me. Oh, my life, So the Hines brothers is on one today, okay? They getting on my nerves. They really are. So if you hear a lot of shucking and jiving, you know what it is. Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NayRob on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's begin reading Brother Ray by our dude, David Ritz. Keep in mind that the paid members got the first 2 parts already. Yeah, they got theirs on Saturday. But the YouTube, here you go. I loved my home life. Loved my mama, loved Mary Jane. Loved the feeling of roaming around the woods with my friends. So when they put me on the train to St. Augustine, I was one unhappy boy. The idea of leaving Mama and Mary Jane was almost more than I could bear. What did I know about St. Augustine and some strange sounding school for the blind? Mama, I cried, don't make me go, Mama. I want to stay with you. But she remained firm. You gotta go, son. How else you gonna learn to read and write? I can only take you so far. I understood that I couldn't go to school in Greensville and learn like normal kids. But at the same time, the thought of getting on a big train and going far, far away, leaving everything and everyone I knew behind, man, that was enough to get me down and keep me down. I was suffering plenty. The first couple of weeks, I did nothing but cry. Missing Mama, missing Mary Jane, missing the whole little town of Greensville and everyone in it. Yeah, I was feeling mighty sorry for myself. All this newness had me afraid. The other kids were no help. They saw me cry and right away they got on my case. Little sissy boy crying for his mama. Mama, baby, don't do nothing but cry. You know kids, they got no tact. They can be awfully cruel. So I continued to pout and moan, feeling all sullen and gloomy. But then, don't ask me why, I finally came round and started getting into the swing of things. Strange, I must say, but that's me. That's a Libra, baby. I don't know what it is about us, but we can be in a dark place for a minute, and then it's like we have conversations with ourselves to say, what are you doing? Bitch, you gonna stay here forever? Don't wallow in this bullshit. You got the rest of your life to live. It's something about a Libra and that self-pep talk, baby. Another thing, I don't know if this is just significant to Libras, but I'm going to say it's significant to hustlers. But it's something about us where when we fall, we have to prove a point. Well, he left me or she left me at my lowest point. Oh, now I must show the bitch my highest point. And I'm not even going to want the hoe no more. That's just how I maneuver. If you hurt me, then I'm going to shine. If I lose out, then I'm going to win. It's something about me and my recovery, or the Libra's recovery, that is unmatched, baby. The other day I was talking to my sister and BFF. They both told me, and they didn't have a conversation with each other, but they both told me in so many words, Nay, it's something about you that when you say you're going to do something, you do it. It may take you a minute to do it, but you absolutely are going to do it. Like, you know how some people be like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Some people are just talking. Baby, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It may take a minute for me to do, but bitch, it's done. Listen here, I say to myself, tain't much you can do about this here situation. So you better just continue what I say. It's the conversations we be having with ourselves. That's one way of looking at my life. I was able to adjust. Word. Sure, it was a struggle, but I somehow muddled through the emotional mess, downhearted and lonely, scared, nervous, and unsure of myself. I finally realized I had no choice, no use boo-hooing for mama. She wasn't coming. I was all alone. So very slowly, I forced myself into the routine of day-to-day life at school. And I tried to make the best of the thing. Word. I struggle with the loss of my mama every day. I tell y'all every chance I get because it helps me feel good to be outwardly emotional about my trauma. Some of y'all are here because I'm helping to heal you. But in so many ways, you all are helping to heal me. To tell you the truth, school wasn't all bad. It was run by the state, and us kids didn't have to bring anything but our clothes. First, everything was broken down between white and black. I don't have to tell you about that. There was a white side and there was a black side. If you were black, you were made to understand right quick that there was no crossing over the line unless you were asked to. If you had to go to the hospital, for example, you were allowed to travel over to white territory. Even our teachers had to be black. Then within each color group, there was another division between the blind and the deaf. And then within the blind and the deaf groups, the girls were separate from the boys. There must have been around 30 or 35 black kids who were blind, and a good many of those, unlike me, could see something. This was my little family. The kids I'd be living with for the next 8 years of my life. First off, I had to learn Braille. It was easy. In fact, it only took 10 days or so. And within a couple of months, I was able to read storybooks like Living on John's Farm or The White Rabbit. We called those primers. Didn't seem like much of a chore. We saw in the movie Ray that Ray Charles was highly independent and highly knowledgeable about the world around him. I must attribute this to his mother, not Mary Jane, not the one who didn't want him to move forward in life. Just stay right here with me, son. Stay right here. Don't move. Be with me in this little box forever and let me give you a bath. But the mother, she pushed him. I have so much respect for parenting that does not include pacifying, because all you're going to do is create a wham-wham. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to have his issues later on in life. I'm just saying his independence and his stride came from his mother pushing him to be stronger and not coddling him. But just when I began to settle into the groove of school, something happened which threw me off balance. What he's talking about is the same thing that happened to DMX when we was reading that book, and that crazy motherfucker, we know that he's a lunchbox, okay? So far, I'm not reading anything to tell me that Ray Charles is a lunchbox. Okay, but we know DMX was a lunchbox. Okay, I mean, I don't know. They needed to base his ass with something. What happened was he couldn't go back home for Christmas because his mother did not have the money to send him or bring him back home. okay? And we know when DMX didn't get the money to go back home, child, he started tearing up. She just took it to heart. Like, he was just so emotional, you know, which I am now using the term lacking emotional intelligence. When a person does not have control over themselves, they lack emotional intelligence. Ray Charles was able to say, okay, I'm disappointed that I can't go home, but I understand that we're broke. Of course, it wasn't Mama's fault. If she had the bread, she would have sent it. She wanted to see me as badly as I wanted to see her. The money just wasn't there. The second part of the year was rough for a completely different reason. My right eye started aching in the worst way. It throbbed with pain from morning to night. Then someone at the school told me that the eye had to be removed. Y'all, why the fuck y'all ain't tell me that Ray Charles only had one eye? I mean, neither of them work. Okay, but why y'all ain't tell me that? I don't recall, and I've had to talk to myself and say, self, do you ever recall seeing Ray Charles without his shades on? Well, no. Why would I? Because it ain't like, you know, me and Ray Charles didn't hop in the bed with each other before. But I'm like, damn, I didn't know he had one eye. Not that I have a problem with that, because y'all can look at these glasses and tell that I'm teetering on blindness myself. Hell of a lot of pain in his right eye. And the only way to stop the pain was to pull it out. He a child. He like, hell no, I don't want to be one-eyed Willie. Okay, but I mean, baby, he one-eyed Ray. Okay, they took me to the hospital and removed my eye. Had no choice. Couldn't live with the pain. When I stepped off the train in Greensville, it wasn't long, for I was wrapped up in Mama's arms. It felt good all over. I didn't realize how homesick I had been till I actually set foot back in my own stomping grounds. Life in a little country town is like a soap opera. Nothing really changes much. You can be gone for a long spell, return and find the same things as before. Oh, maybe someone's left town or someone's died, but for the most part, things are as they've always been and always will be. When I left Greensville, I could still see something, but now all my vision was gone, and yet I wasn't all that different. Mama didn't mind letting me wander off on my own. She knew, blind or not, that I was able to watch where I was going. If I was sent to the commissary to buy some meats, I'd walk downtown a couple of miles from where we lived. And of course, I knew not to go wandering over to the white side of town without a specific purpose. Naturally, I went to the Red Wing Cafe whenever I pleased. That was my hotspot in town. I was always asking Mr. Pitt to show me something new on his piano, and he never refused. Confidence was building in me, and that applied to girls as well as music. Uh-oh, here we go.
All the